Hey guys, J-Man here. All right, weekly X-Men talk. All right, I am back from Gotham Central Comics in Mississauga, my comic shop that I go to every week. Not much this week actually that I picked up. I got previews, so I'll go through that at some point. There's only one book to talk about today, which is X Factor #4, but it is the X of Swords or 10 of Swords tie-in, so we are going to talk about that. I picked up some old Ms. Marvels that I was missing, Magnificent Ms. Marvel. I was collecting that for a time. I stopped collecting it right when some new character was introduced, of course, so it wasn't on my pull list. I didn't think I had to add it, so when I went to go grab, I was like, maybe I'll catch up on some Ms. Marvel. I'll tell you why in a second. And I was like, I was only missing the last 3 or 4. And of course, that's when some new character was introduced and they only had second printings. And I was like, well, second printing is no printing. It's like, I'll just get that digitally then. I'll see if I can find a first printing. The reason is because I grabbed this from Walmart today. I don't know. It can go in my Captain Marvel shelf, which you can't see. It's down there. I'll throw her in that. I've got the Marvel Legends Ms. Marvel, but I actually think this one looks better than the Marvel. I think this looks better than the Marvel Legends Ms. Marvel. The face looks better, at least. This is the only one I picked up. I thought it just looked really cool. But here's what I got. That's big time good. Very excited. Boom. Oh. So happy I got this. Storm on the side. Look at that. The reason is for this guy right here, Thunderbird. I love Thunderbird. X-Men or Giant Size X-Men is my favorite comic book. My just one favorite comic book. I love it. And I have the bust, the Bowen bust of Thunderbird. He's behind there, so it's hard to see him on camera. It's a great bust. I love Thunderbird. He's just such a neat character. I was even considering getting him tattooed at one point. I might still, I don't know. I do like Warpath. He's cool. He's not as cool to me. I don't know why. I know Thunderbird didn't last very long, but I was very intrigued by him, and I always thought he looked really cool. I like the red and blue. You know, it works for Superman. So I always thought Thunderbird was great. And he's on Gifted, and I've seen the first few episodes of Gifted. It's not too bad, you know, and Proudstar on there is pretty cool, but this was like a super must-buy. I'm going to open this up. Storm is a great figure as well. Actually, this is a very good Storm, and I like the 2 faces that you get. It's really nice, but, you know, Thunderbird, that was what I really needed, so I'm very happy I was able to get that. All right, let's get right into X Factor. So, I mean, this isn't even X Factor. This is really, I don't even know why they bothered with crossing these over, because this has nothing to do with X Factor at all. I mean, Polaris is in it, but her costume is not the costume she wore in X Factor. It's just like one of these tie-ins. First of all, let's talk about the art. Which, I don't want to show, well, I can show you that page. It's sick. Great colors, great art in this. There's the book right there. This was a fantastic issue. So there's going to be spoilers in effect. Not major heavy-duty spoilers, like I won't spoil the last few pages kind of a thing. But story spoilers and also spoilers for the first part, because I'm going to discuss what happened in the first part. So we now know that there's going to be a tournament held where there's going to be the Araka, or whatever. What is it, Araco? I already forgot the name. That's terrible. They're going to have their champions, and there's going to be the Krakoan champions, and they're going to fight for who gets to control Krakoa. So by the end of this, we do get to see some of the champions, so I'm not going to spoil that part of it. This mainly concerns the resurrection process, which I really liked what they did here a lot. This X of Swords is really getting me excited. And as you know, if a mutant dies, Cerebro has backups. The 5 resurrect him or her through these eggs or whatever. So there's like this whole process. If you know the Dawn of X stuff, then you know what the process is. So it's worked pretty good. So there was a snag here with Rockslide, who was killed in Otherworld, and he was brought back, and they resurrected him. Now Richter was also killed, and he was resurrected, and he was normal, and Rockslide wasn't. Well, it turns out if you die in a weird place, so Otherworld is a weird place because it's sort of like this junction of all these different kind of realities and things like that. So Cerebro can't exactly get you back to exactly how you were. So you're almost like it's sort of like in every timeline or in every world or whatever you would have been or could have been in some alternate realm or something. It's all of you comes back. So so for example, like if Cyclops died in Otherworld, it won't just be Scott Summers Cyclops. It might be like different versions of Cyclops all kind of meshed together. So it's still Cyclops, kind of. I thought that was super interesting because I mean, now you're like, oh man, what if someone dies? Like, this is your opportunity where if one of the characters dies, the writer can bring the character back in a weird way or do something unique with them, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen. Oh, Shang-Chi came out today. Crap, I forgot to yeah, that came out today. Maybe I might get that digitally. I just saw the thing for it here. Anyway, so this issue has a lot to do with Polaris, who's one of my favorites. She's tattooed right there in the green. I love Polaris. She's a great character. So this is just about her dealing with what happened to Rockslide. She blames herself, so there's that. But also she's got the information locked in her brain about how to construct sort of, I guess, like I don't know if it's the gate, but like sort of like where the champions are going to all be. So I won't spoil the last few pages because you get to see one of the champions, which is obvious if you know what you're doing. I mean, this is like there's a hint in the background here somewhere. And if you remember the title of this miniseries, it's pretty obvious which one of the champions is going to be. So that's a no-brainer. But the other ones might not be as obvious. So they go through a few of them, and I didn't actually count to see if they're all here. If there's 10 of them, I'm not going to count. I'll just let it be at that. But yeah, I really like this. This X of Swords is coming out to be really nice for me. I'm really liking it a lot. Let me know what you guys think about it. This is not X Factor number 4. I mean, they shouldn't even. This is a bit irritating. Like, why even do this? Like, why not? I mean, I know they have it in here, so don't even count it. They should have just did X of Swords, make it, whatever it is, 12 issues or whatever it's supposed to be, instead of doing it like in each one. And then, like, you have to buy this one because this is part 2, so you can't skip it. It's not like one of those events where there's the core event going on and then the individual books have something that's related to the core event, but you don't have to read those books. You can just read the core event. This one you can't. The core event is all of them. So I know that's a gimmick to get you to buy them all, but I think a lot of the X-Men people were getting most of the books anyways. But honestly, why even bother? Like, this has nothing to do with X Factor. It's not a criticism. It's not a criticism of the writing or the book or the art or any of that. It's just a criticism of like why even bother doing that. So I mean, whatever. I buy every X-Men book anyways. So, I did not get. This is a side note, but just I thought I'd let you know. I did not buy the giant size X-Men. I don't know if it was a tribute or what it's called. I have absolutely zero interest in that. All it is giant size X-Men redone with new artists or doing it or different artists, and I'm like, that's a fail. Giant size X-Men is my favorite comic. I don't own it, of course. I do have the True Believers or Facsimile, or I don't know what it was. I've got that edition, and obviously I have it digitally, but I think it's a big. I don't think it's a tribute at all. I think it's just like a pointless money grab, and I don't know. It just really irritated me, actually. Like, I don't know why. I saw that. I'm like, oh, it got turned off right away. Let me know what you thought of that. If you did buy it, and can you make an argument for why it's valid? I think it's horrendously awful, but that's me. Anyways, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.